Okay, in video number 2 then, we're just going to take this up a step and just involves the use of some symbols that you can use to again create a variety of different queries. So if I just cross that off there, and I'm going to create a new query this time, but I'm going to start using some operator signs like greater than or equal to or less than, etc. Okay, so I'll just kind of show you how that works, and again using those square brackets as well. So query design, because I'm going to make a new query again. Okay, cars is obviously the table that we're working with here, and again I'm going to add on each field in my database, but I'm going to leave off car ID, year, just slow double click, and then price, and I'll just have those in my query this time. Okay, now in this particular query I want to show all the cars in my database, and if I just have a look and pick a suitable year, I want to show all the cars in my database that are newer in terms of their registration, newer than 2005, say, as an example. So let's go back into the query design here, and go into year and set the criteria. So this is where the symbols come in. So I'm just going to use the greater than sign, and I'm literally going to type in 2005, click off. If I run that query, it should find me all the cars that are greater than 2005, so they must be newer. So let's run that. Okay, only 3 cars in the database, but the point is that has worked. Okay, so that's great, but if I went and saved this query, it would only ever show me the cars after 2005 because I haven't used the square brackets. So let's go back into design view. So if you remember, just like everything else in the database, and this is a really good habit to get into, everything has a design view and a kind of finished or normal view, datasheet view. So at the moment this is in datasheet view for this query. I need to go back and redesign the query slightly. Okay, and all I'm going to do is take out that 2005 that I entered earlier, and I'm going to use a square bracket again. Not that one. I'm just going to type in please enter year. And close that bracket. Okay. So this is going to find me all cars that were made after a certain date, and if I run that now, you can now see that I get the please enter year option come up, and I can just go into this and type, well, let's type in 2005 again and just show that it's working, and press OK, and there you go, I've got the same 3 cars back again. But this time I've got flexibility because as a user I can type in whatever year I want. Good habits again. Let's save this query. So QRY underscore cars after year, or something like that we'll call it. Okay, and press OK on that, and there's that got my query, and it's come up down the side there. So if I go into cars after year again, let's change that to 2003 and see if we get some different results. There you go. So obviously more cars of an older age in my database. Okay, so that's one way of using operators. Just one final thing, I think, while we're in this tutorial, hopefully this is fairly obvious as well. One thing that you can do is in the query search by multiple fields, so you can set multiple criteria. So maybe I want to search for cars that are older than a certain year and also have tax. Well, if I do that and type in yes as my criteria, a yes no field by the way, which is what tax is with the tick boxes, the criteria for that is just yes or no. So if I run that again, okay, please enter the year, that's 2003, and cars with tax, well, they've all got tax as we can see there, so all those cars have got tax as well. Let's just redesign that again and just check that that's working. So let's see how many cars after that year that haven't got tax. 2003, run that. Okay, we've only got 1 car after 2003 that has no tax at the moment, but you can see what I'm kind of doing there. I'm just adding criteria to it. Just one more point and I'll just run through again one more query. So let's just change this in a second and go back into query design. Again, it's basically based on the idea of multiple fields. So if I double click on here, again added my fields into my query, close that down first. So very quickly, make, model, year, and this time let's have colour in there as well. So let's say that I want to search by make, so I want my user to be able to type in please, I'll use the funny bracket again, please enter make down there. Across the side here, let's say I also want them to enter a colour as well, so please enter colour, and set that up like that. Okay, and let's just pick a car that I've definitely got. So I've got a Ford and it's yellow, so we've definitely got a Ford car that's yellow. So let's have a go at running this car to test it, running this query to test it. So let's click on run. So first up comes please enter make, so I'm going to type in Ford, press OK, and can you see it's straight away it's worked out that there's a second criteria, and also because I've used square brackets, it needs the user to input what that colour is going to be. So let's go for yellow, and we should definitely get at least one result here. So if we press OK, yeah, that Ford Mondeo has been found in the database as well. And if I could search there and change that query name again, so QRY underscore, and then this is make, search by make, and colour. Okay, and press OK of car. Okay, and you can see very quickly I'm going to build up quite a big list of query options that enable my user to be able to find information out really quickly about the data in that database. Okay, that's the video.